Hi, and welcome to the Trucking Scribe. It's Esther. Today I'm going to do a walkthrough of some digitals that I made. They are very spring colors. They're bright and whimsical. Then I'm going to show you how to make some paper bags. Give you the measurements I used to make these from the digitals that I printed. I have some of each kind. So these are made from 8.5 by 11 that are horizontal. But we have papers that go this way too, not in this particular digital, but in other things. So this is a smaller one. So I'm going to show you how to make both. So if you're new here, it'd be great if you hit that subscribe button. If you've been here a while and you're also new here, that just doesn't never sound right. I would very much appreciate it if you hit the like button and leave me a comment what you think about these digitals, and do you like the collage or the not that one, let's see, the collage ones, or this one with the butterflies. Here's a collage. So this one's collaged. This one is just butterflies and dragonflies. So let me know, and thank you again. Have a great day. Hi, and welcome to the Trucking Scribe. It's Esther. I have been playing around with digitals, and I have a little, well, it's not little, but it's a kit that I like, and I'm hoping that you will also. It has like butterflies and the sun. They're more of a line drawing. This little girl is one of my favorites in here. So what I did, I've got little texture. I don't know if you can see it right here. It's kind of light. Here's some more texture that I put over it. So there's a lot of layers in this. This here, I wrote some Bible verses and overlaid them because I thought that the handwriting looked good. This one's Matthew 11:28 that says, "Come to me, all who are heavy burdened, and I will give you rest." And then down here I have Exodus, which I have to read because I forgot that one. This is my strength and my might. The Lord is my strength and my might, and He has become my salvation. He is my God, and I will praise Him, my Father's God, and I will exalt Him. And that's Exodus 15:2. You can see some of it here. This green, this is not my handwriting. It was just a layer that was put on there. So this one over here, you can see the Matthew verse. This was not mine. This was a overlay. This one here is mine. And to me, it made it more special because I have my handwriting. To me, a person's handwriting tells a story of who they are. It gives you a lot of, I don't know, it helps you to know someone. Although I don't know what, but to me it's just an important thing. So here you can see it's bolder. The Exodus 15:2 verse. Up here is Philippians. I've got just little blocks of stuff on the background. So this one is Exodus with the little girl looking at the birds in the sky. And again, this was just some jibber jabber that I did. I do like this black and white in the background of these particular designs. And this one here is Matthew, Philippians. So the collage pages are great. I think I like them better than all of them. this, you can see I took this here and put there. These are some of the butterflies and dragonflies. I have the sun. So I'm going to be repeating some of it. So these pages, you see the handwriting in the back. That is my handwriting. I was just writing a letter, so I don't even know what it says. Would have to go back and look. But I thought these dragonflies looked really pretty on these pages, especially the darker pages like this, or the yellow one too. This one. And then I have some with the butterflies. The background colors are changed. This one doesn't have writing on the background, but most of the others do. So what I'm going to do, I need to get it listed in my Etsy shop or my coffee shop. So I made some gift bags, just like this, almost the same size, a bit shorter. Mine's prettier. And these are from the collage sheets. Then I have the butterflies. They all look good. I'm going to show you real quick, although you probably already know how to make these. Okay, so all of these are in landscape. These could be turned, well, to me they're in landscape too. So if you have a portrait one, and this, did get this. This is a good weight. It's a little bit heavier than this. This is 28-pound paper. But if you have, say like this, it's very directional. This is what I did. I took and cut it in half, and then I folded it and utilized both sizes. So it is a little bit different from the sizes that you would get online and stuff. But that's the beauty of working with making your own. So all I'm going to do, I need this only one time. I'm going to cut it in half at 5.5. So first, we will do the big one. And I will pretty this up a little bit and make it much easier to look at. Because this is my template. This is how I started with an 8.5 by 11. And then I did put it on here and I figured out where the half was. And then I took and I just folded like a little bit over that half. And then this one here, the same thing. So I have a good closure. But to make this easier on you, I'm going to score at the 2 3/4 inch mark, and this is going horizontally, and at the 8-inch mark. Then I'm going to turn. So I decided that I wanted about 3/4 of an inch right here. I'm going to flip this so you can see it better. So there's obviously a top part and a bottom part. On the bottom, I'm scoring at the 8-inch mark, so I'm giving it a 1/2 inch bottom. But at the top, where I have the So at the top, I need enough room to leave this border. So what I did was I took this little piece of little cardstock, and what I need to do is go between this line and this line. And this is my template because it's hard for me to get up there and figure out that far. So all I have to do is that. See where my line is here and where my line is here. So, okay. So when I have mine, I cut right here from this edge to right there, right about where that score line is. So then I turn it, and I do find it easier to be on the back side like this, even if you haven't inked it. We'll cut up to that line again, and then I'm just going to cut an angle. Come over here and do the same thing. So you can save these, and I'm going to tell you why. I can find it. So here's one. I had, when you score, sometimes you get a little edge that wants to crack open. I took, right here's where it was at, and I glued that onto the side. Well, to continue the design, I put some more on there. So you can save these for stuff like that. But now what we're going to do with this one is we're just going to take the bone folder, fold that down, and we're going to turn it. Same thing. And you could do the gluing as you fold. I go through and I fold first, and I have a stack right here. So these haven't been glued yet. I just do it in like a assembly line order. Then, let's see. I'm going to get some of these over here so I can show you. What I'll do is I will put glue right here, fold that down. Then for me, because this flap does go over like maybe a little bit over a quarter of an inch, I just go on this one side and I put a thin bead of glue and I fold it. Now you may find that this is too long down here and that won't fold over right. All you need to do is just trim a little bit, put some glue on it, and there's one. So then I'll go to the next one. And I have them sitting just like this. I'll open them back up, put glue right here. And I'll tell you, I have been having fun making bags. I don't know why. I have to really pay attention on that long line. So I don't really need to cut anything. Sometimes I cut that a little bit too tall and it messes up my fold. So I just have and it's time to clean my glue bottle out and put some new glue in. So I fold mine this way. You could go fold that in and then this side in. It just makes it easier. So see right here, this here is going to be a little problem, but I'm just going to clip it off, check and see if it's going to fold, and it will. Because you see, this flap right here does cover up some of that. And if you're interested in buying some already made envelope or bags. It could be, I guess it could be used as envelope, but I think a bag is what I call it. I do have listings in my Etsy shop for them, or you can send me an email down below. But I did want to get something out this week. I don't think I've gotten any videos up in almost a week. I may have got one up. I don't know. I'll have to look. I thought, well, this would be the perfect thing to show you how to make them. So see this one, you got all this. I have thought about moving that sun over, but then you've actually got the sun on the back, which looks good too. These would be great for party favors or gifts, like gift bags. I said this one, you can see right there, it's a little long. I'm gonna go ahead and trim it because I think it's gonna mess with my edge. So see, then when this flap goes over, you never see this where I just trim that off. Okay, we're gonna do the other one real quick, and then we'll go and we'll make the top part. So you don't necessarily need scoreboard. I just use the scoreboard because it makes it easier for me. Got 2 1/8 and 6 1/4. So 2 1/8 right here, 6 1/4 there. Then we're going to turn it 1/2 inch across the bottom, and then I'm bringing my template back in. And I know y'all probably can't see where that line is, and sometimes I can't. What I'll do is I'll kind of feel and then do it. And I will try and get these measurements up for you so you can have them to make your own little bag if you choose. And they're just, I don't know, they are so fun. Okay. Don't lose your template like I did a while ago. So again, we're going to cut these. And usually I'll have them sitting like this. And I start with that top cut. And then I just flip it around and I go into that corner and cut again. So once you get the basics down of the fold and the gluing, you can make bags of any size with the same idea. You just have to do the math and figure it out, or you don't have to do the math if you're good at folding stuff and all. So these two, again, I would set them up there, fold that down, same steps as I did a while ago. Okay. Now, if you're only making 1 or 2 of these, you could do one at a time. I'm just trying to show you if you wanted to make a few or a lot, you could do it more of an assembly line like this. So then again, I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to open it up, put my glue down. And I do have 2 different punches. The one I didn't like. It just was not working good. see if I can find it to show you. So this is the one that I don't like. Let me find something to punch it on. I can use this. And what I do when I'm punching, I take just a sheet of paper and put it under my punch because I've taken that off. And for this particular punch, well, this other one, if you line it up at that corner, it works pretty good. But you can see right here, this is a problem because that is getting caught and it's not punching good either. I mean, it's pretty if you were gluing it down on something else, so like this, but for my purposes, it's not the right punch. So instead, this is the one I started with and I really like. And we'll just go ahead and do these. I'm going to start with the big ones. So what I learned with this particular size and with this punch is I can line up the edge of my paper right there, slide it over, and you see right here you're lining up those marks. And you see, not always, but this particular size works really good with this. And then I'm just trimming off that little bit, and then you just keep going. And sometimes you don't even have to trim that side. See? And so I did learn, instead of trying to really worry about these edges, like this one, see how it's going over a little bit? Once you start punching them, you may or may not need to even worry about that. See, this one, I'm just going to take my scissors and trim it off. Try and do it straight. So the other thing is right here, I don't worry about that being perfectly straight either, because I'm cutting off the top when I'm doing the punch. So it doesn't necessarily and you can decorate these bags if you want. If I were putting them in journals, I'd probably decorate them up. For the most part, right now, I am just making the bases so that, you know, they're ready to go in a journal. And your arm does get tired if you're doing a lot of punching one right behind the other, but I think it's easier. Like so this one does 2 at a time. There's another one I had that I didn't like because it didn't do but 1 at a time. See how that lines up? And I think it's so cool how it lines up for it. So then this one, the same thing, I'm going to line up right there. And it may or may not come out even. It's not, because see that side right there? But you're following your design, so you could trim off a little here. If that bugged you, you could trim it off that way. but you need to start in the same spot for them to all be the same in the end. So these are my little pockets. Like I said, I will try and get the measurements for you. And let's see. Yeah, I mean, they turn out so good. I have different ones. So this one is, I put a little bit bigger of a flap so you could fold it down like a envelope. These are some that I think I did the 7.5 by 8.5, where I was just playing with a different width. These are going to be, just need to be punched on the top. This one is almost the same size. I did a little bit bigger. So you just decide what sizes you want and how you want them to work out, and you're ready to go. So I hope that you really enjoyed this, and let me know what you think about the new digitals. If you're wanting to get a copy of them, let me know. I will send you the price, and we can do it online over email. I will try and get this up in Etsy and Ko-Fi sometime today, I hope. But thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed the video.